Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Call hello, Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors, of course, go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who, through the Holy Spirit, continue to teach us His truth. All right, giving us His wisdom and knowledge, and we attempt to pass it along to you. All right, and this is an attempt to wake up the remaining hopeful elect of the house of Israel. All right, because time is short. But we realize also that while we're out there on the highways and byways and the corners preaching and teaching, all right, we can't provide the increase. That's up to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahawashi. We can only hopefully provide that spark. As the scripture says, we, watereth and, but we plant it and, watereth, but, the Most High provides the increase, paraphrasing. But to this video here, oh, and I'm now mom at the DC camp. This lets you know the hubris of these devils, the pride and arrogancy. Look at this magazine here. Let me get this off. Look at this. Trends Journal. It says God and Nature versus Man and Science. And this is what it comes down to. Who's your power? Who's your God? Who are you worshiping? Evidently, it's been proven the ones that took this jab, we all know that the nation of Edom, the so-called white man, they've chosen him as their God. All right? That's just the way it is. And it's not over yet. All right? Because day by day, he proves that it's about more than some damn magic virus. All right? This whole thing ultimately is control. All right? And you have to consider this new monetary system they want to implement. And of course, depopulation. All of this rolled up into one. There's many things going on here at the same time because this devil is being pulled out of power and he knows it. The problem is you don't know it. All right? Once again, Trends Journal says God and Nature versus Man and Science. Who's your God? Look at this. You got Adam here with a mask on, gloves on, and he's giving a shot to what's supposed to be represented as the Most High. What the fuck? Hey, Gerald's gonna go in on it. And then I'm gonna come back with some more scriptures. Gotta go in.
Job, no mask, no ride, no smile, no expression. It's mask aside about the COVID blues, and I'm blue as I can be. It's in my freedom and it's stealing our lives.
Yes, it's the COVID blues, and I'm as blue as I can be. It's Maskicide. Yep. This is Gerald Salenti, and your new Trends Journal's out. Well, coming out in a couple of hours. We're working away on it. Another huge issue. Last week was 100 what? And 65 pages. The week 470. No ads. Here's your cover. God and Nature versus Man and Science. Who's your God? Who's your God? Well, you listen to that arrogant little woman over there. Again, another clown, a political piece of crap that's now the new governor of New York. And she had the nerve to say that you're an apostle to follow the science. Yeah, that to me is defamatory of God. So save your crap for yourself. And she said that God created the wisest people, the scientists. Again, look at your cover. Here's your scientists giving it to God. What a disgrace. And Maskicide.
Salakia.
Yep. I was just up there in Stockbridge, Massachusetts this past Sunday. And 70% of the estimated people I saw walking outside with masks on. Hey, shithead, read the data. Scientific data that your chances of getting the virus outside are 1% or less. So it's not Massachusetts anymore. It's mask of two shits. And speaking of two shits, that guy on this is the big story on CNN. You ready? John King. I have multiple sclerosis, and I'm grateful you're all vaccinated. Hey, fuckface. If you're vaccinated, whether you got multiple sclerosis or no fucking brains, you're protected. That's why you got the vaccination, scumbag, because you pricks were selling it for how long? Oh, I know, you got all those drug ads on CNN and all the other places, yeah. The vaccine was supposed to have a 96% efficacy rate. So, King, what King? You're a little nothing. You're a little nothing. What King? Fuck you with that King shit. Shove it up your ass along with the vaccine, and then you'll be protected. John King. John full of shit. You got the vaccination. You're protected. So why are you grateful you're all vaccinated? Guess we'll never see each other, because I'm not getting vaccinated. Go back to the cover. You got it, fuckface? Go.
Let me stop it right here because he said something earlier about that wench that got up there talking about how supposedly God created so-called wise man, all right, that invented these vaccines or, you know, whatever, you know. And I just thought about something. So like your white lows. Because, well, that goes against the scriptures. What does it say? Let's go to Obadiah. I recommend that you read the whole thing, the whole chapter here, but we're going to start verse 8. It says, "Shall I not in that day, saith the Most High Yahawah, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?" Edom is the so-called white man. "And understanding out of the mount of Esau. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter." And you see that now with, you see all these buildups, and more it's coming out with these terrible weapons, all right. And there was a video, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, about, I mean, you're talking about the brave soldiers and everything. What were the ones that were up on their table crying and shit over there in Iraq? Let's see. Let's go to Isaiah 47. Remember that the veil has been lifted, all right? That mojo that they had, it doesn't work like it used to, all right? This is Isaiah 47. I'm going to start at the top. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks, and make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." Of course, that last one is that when the Lord comes back, it's not going to be like he was before. You know, the first time he came as a lamb. This time coming around, he's coming as a lion, all right? And also, everybody's seeing what you're all about, Edom, all right? Everybody sees all your tactics that used to hide so well the wickedness that you did. It doesn't work like that anymore. Some of it's technology, all right? But overall, This is the Most High exposing you for the low down piece of crap, piece of shit that you really are. Alright? Verse 4. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Alright? See, because you thought you had everything wrapped up. You had Israel in the bag, so to speak. Alright? Not knowing who we were. Alright? But that just shows you to be the fool that you are. Alright? Fool in that here you destroyed the Most High's planet. How do you destroy a planet? Which goes to the birthright that you sold and you will never get back. And ultimately, this is what this is all about. But you prove every day why you were not worthy to have the birthright from the beginning. Again, think of Genesis 4th chapter. You know, and the spirit of Cain, it's the same spirit. If you had done right, you wouldn't be in this position. Alright? But you can't do right because you were not created to do so, because you are the wicked. Malachi 1st chapter, verses 1 through 4. You just can't do right. If you do, it's by accident. Alright? Or you have an ulterior motive. Alright? But, hey, for those of you, read Wisdom of Solomon 2nd chapter. That's who it's talking about. Alright? But, let's go back to the video, because I didn't want to take too long. And let's hear Gerald Salini air it out.
God and nature, man and science, who's your God? So, this is the first book I worked on. I didn't write it. I worked on it. I was one of the writers, Natural Healing. That's my God. My God is nature. Got it, dickhead? Oh, and then, big story, yep.
Of course, he's going off there. We know our power, and that's the power of Israel. And the Most High's name is Yahawah, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right, and you have to go through Yahweh Shai, the son, the mediator, all right, to get to the Most High. All right, Yahawah. All right.
Powell, a trailblazing general and top diplomat, dies
Nope.
at 84. And his family said, COVID-19 complications, adding that he had been fully vaccinated. Hey, don't understand it. Fully vaccinated, you die? And by the way, I've been calling out this bastard for years. I got blackballed from TV, taken off when I came out against the Afghan war and the Iraq war. I said the Iraq war was full of shit, and all that little crap in that colon was colon crap that this guy sold us, that killed thousands and thousands of people, tens of thousands of people in Iraq, destroyed their entire country, killed American soldiers, cost us only a couple of $1 trillion, maybe about 3 or 4. As they lied us into war, this guy, along with penis, I gotta be proper, I can't say Dick Cheney, and little baller's daddy's boy Bush. And how about Wolfer's shits? Look at this little scumbags. And all the rest of them that lied us into the Iraq war. Hero? What hero? You should rot in hell. You should rot in hell for the people that you got killed. And, it was a blot on the... And then he said it was still good that we got rid of Saddam Hussein. That's how low this country has gone. Little shitheads like these bastards like King. What King? Clown.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand. That whole thing was because Saddam Hussein wanted to trade in a different currency than the American dollar, the petrodollar. So they couldn't have that. Same thing with Gaddafi. most of the time. I can't put a percentage on it, but it'd be very high if I did. It has to do with the money. Follow the money. The same thing with this magic virus bullshit. Follow the money. All right.
But going back to your Trends Journal, to keep you on top of the trends and help you prepare, prevail, and prosper for what's ahead. Hey, you see what happened to Bitcoin today? Oh, yeah. Exchange-traded funds, it went way up. Look at your Trends Journal, what we've been writing about and telling you what the breakout point was. Boom, broke out right on target. Oil prices. It's all poof, heading toward $86 a barrel for crude. Got it? Inflation. Guns, gold, and a getaway plan, because this thing's going to go down big. And we have in the Trends Journal, trends on the U.S. economic front. Oh, stagflation is worrying investors. Stagflation means the economy is stagnant and inflation goes up. It's not going to be stagflation. It's going to be dragflation. This economy is going down big. Hey, did you see those numbers that came out from the Hotel Association? And business is only down $60 billion this year.
And this should also be a warning to those, all right, that are just hearing this and are new to this. We always tell you to get your mind right, get your affairs in order, because this whole thing was set up and maintained through fraud, deceit, all right, murder, all right, just outright wickedness. It was never going to last. So for our people who put all that energy into attaining material things, oh, you're getting ready to lose all that. Because see, the thing you didn't consider, and it goes to the nature of the so-called white man, who are the biblical Edomites, all right, he don't even care about his own people. We talking about the elites, all right, they're trying to preserve things for themselves, all right. They're going to hunker down and hope when everything is all said and done, the wars and everything, all the deaths, they think they're going to rise from the ashes and bring this bullshit back. Not realizing, oh no. Once it's over with, it's over with. All right? And these elites are going to be the first crop of slaves. Deservedly so. You know, Psalms 149. All right?
Oh, big story in the new Wall Street Journal. Oh, yeah, that people are coming back to work now in the restaurant business. One guy said we're back up to 60% of what we were. Oh, that's great. You mean you're down 40% and the business is tough even at 100%? Oh, yeah, but look at the earnings in the stock market. Hey, got some. You got the bigs that own everything. They have no competition. Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are buying stuff and they're only buying it from monopolies. That's why it's going up. This thing's going to go down when interest rates go up. The stagflation is not stagflation. It's dragflation. Oh, that scumbag Powell, that fuck. Yeah, doing dirty trading, the Federal Reserve Chairman, worth between $20 and $50 million, trading just before they knew what they were going to come out and do.
So selling, all this shit is rigged.
They know it's going to go down, and buying when they know it's going to go up, just before they say what they're going to say. That other little fuckface Kaplan over there in Texas, and the other shit, Rosengren, the other Fed guy up in Massachusetts, playing the markets, the Fed banksters, right in front of everybody's eyes.
They're all insiders.
Get it in your head. The military-industrial complex, the murderers that take us to war.
Which Eisenhower cautioned against on his way out. I believe it was January of '61. All right. All right, that speech. All right. He warned against the military-industrial complex.
Banksters that steal our money, the drug dealers that imbeciles call Big Pharma, and little dicks like big tech. Yeah. Could you imagine the prick on those little Dorsey and Zuckerberg and Cook? And they're telling us what to do. And it's global. Oh yeah, what's going on in Italy with the Italians finally taking to the streets? Hey,
I'm gonna stop it there. You can watch the rest of it, if you so desire. But to make my point, I've gone far enough. The thing is, God and nature versus man and science. Who's your God? Ultimately, Revelation 13 chapter, that's what it's getting into. Alright? This is what this is all shaping up. This is what's all developing from this. You're being herded toward a certain point where you're going to have to make a decision. And you're seeing the people that are saying, fuck this. We're talking about people that were in public safety. You're talking about your police, your firemen, those that are in supporting roles to both those. Alright? Others in the healthcare industry that are nurses and doctors. Now you would have to, of course, a person with reasonable intelligence, why are these doctors and nurses just saying fuck it? There has to be something to this then, alright? This isn't conspiracy theory. That's what the media, who's in on this shit, alright, that's what they want you to believe. Oh, you don't want to be with the people with the, tinfoil hats and all that shit, the conspiracy theories. And you dumbasses believe that shit and you go out and put that shit in you. And that's it. There's no getting it out. Why? Because you were inconvenienced. You wanted to go out to the club or whatever the fuck you did in your little mundane lives. Alright? And now you've got something that it's going to kill you. Oh yeah. Because you didn't think and you put your trust in this piece of shit. And I'm talking about our people that has done nothing over the years, decades, centuries, done nothing but lie to you, done nothing but try to kill you. You got people over in our land that are pretending to be us. You want to talk about hate? That's hate. But you're going to follow right behind these same individuals? Yeah. Just throw out your arm. Yeah, I trust you. Good. For your dumb ass. You're going to get what you deserve. And that's misery and death. Alright, hey, so with that, first let's get some comments. The first one, I'm sure you probably read. It says, Mr. Salenti is 100% correct. It says, God and nature, not man and science. David Boyd, it says, in New Zealand, energy went up 22%, food went up 19%, and because nobody buys both of these, our inflation rate was only 4.9%. I love it the way they fuck the figures. This has already happened here in Australia. Now there is a two-class citizenship and V passports enforced. He's got that in parentheses. And they have almost completed multiple quarantine camps, each with the name Center for National Resilience. Get a load of that. State borders have been closed for months, and very select permission is needed to leave the country. Though, let's see, those who are still unvaccinated are unable to work, travel further than 5 kilometers, 3 miles from their homes, and can only go to grocery, office supply, and hardware stores. Heavy fines and possible arrest for breach of the many health orders. $15,000 fine and arrest if caught at an unauthorized protest. Unauthorized protest. So you can't even protest how you're being fucked over. For those, you don't see what's coming. You don't see what this is leading up to. For those of you who are, oh, it's going to pass. For those of you that are in these bullshit ass churches, praise God and all this. Give us victory over, I hope. No, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. It says, for those who are vaccinated, they had their much celebrated Freedom Day last Monday, and most businesses are now open after going into the 5th month of lockdown here in Sydney. 5 months now. Still no dancing or singing allowed, and no eating or drinking while standing in restaurants or pubs. Still have small capacity limits. Everyone is still locked into the greater Sydney area until maybe next month. You don't think that's coming here? All right. It says government and media bias is completely to the narrative. No dissenting view is televised. Fear is being constantly peddled. Censorship is rampant. Police can access, change, delete, or add anything to your electronic devices or accounts warrantless. Associate Justice Sotomayor said that the rulings that are coming down the pipe, you're not going to like. What do you think she meant? There are also amendments to the Biosecurity Act 2015 here being pushed through currently. It is the legislation that gives the government here ability to enforce medical apartheid. It concerns indefinite detainment. Indefinite. To be relocated and detained for an indefinite time. Multiple Aussie-style Guantanamo Bay facilities for unvaccinated citizens. Question mark. This would in effect earmark regular citizens, moms and dads, to the same questionable treatment received by a suspected international extremist terrorist. If this comes to pass, it will be active, willful government-enforced terrorism upon its own population in what used to be a Western democracy. I don't have to go any further. All right, I don't think I got to the part, this next one, it says I literally died at this take on the old folks' homes. You can see that for yourself. It is funny though. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. It's already 27 and a half minutes. All right. Again, you people think this is a game. We're out here trying to warn you. These churches that you go to, they're with the program. But you know what? Where words don't teach, experience will. Some of you just going to have to go through it. Hey, so with that, once again, I hope whoever views this is edified as to what's going on. That's what we do here at Great Millstone. Filter these events, current or otherwise, through the scriptures, so you will know what the hell's going on. So with that, hey, shalom.